Hey everyone, so I'm still doing my job search and I'm doing a pitch in my videos as well for the John Maxwell, as well as what I'm looking for. I think it's good to know what you want and what you're looking for. So for me, when I stayed in the call center, I was hoping I would get to a position where I would be off the phones completely and going to training or HR or something more administrative. And there were other positions that opened up that were basically like facilities management and things in training, but they didn't select me. And one of the reasons I don't want to go back onto the floor is because you don't know who you're going to be talking to. So in some of our calls, like when I worked on internet providing, we would have to deal with prisoners, people in prison. I found that stressful. We also had to deal with very high-powered diplomats, people in the military. And one of the most upsetting calls I had was when somebody called from a prison and you could hear behind them that somebody was being questioned by the police. And it's very frightening, because you're getting calls coming in and you can hear their radios in the background. You can hear the police radios going in the background. And it's stressful. It's very stressful. So for me, I don't want to go back into that kind of environment. It's different when you're working on emails. But again, the chats, 3 chats at a time, it's very stressful. And normally people do it for 1 to 2 years and then they get a break, they get a break doing something else. But unfortunately for me, that didn't happen. And, it's not something that I don't want to put myself through the stress of that if I'm not going to be in a position where I'm not going to be having back-to-back calls, 30 seconds between the calls, 9 minutes to do an email, and then when the company does something wrong, your scores go down, and then they tell you, oh, your scores were not good, so we're not going to place you. I don't want to be in that kind of environment, because over the years, I did raise that concern, and many of us raised that, to say that, what, the things they're complaining about, it's not our fault, and our scores are going down. So I think for me, for my next role, I'm looking for something more administrative where I can oversee things and where I can go back to being in a good salary as well. Because I was earning $35 to $50 an hour as a project coordinator and also in my executive assistant positions on contracts. Unfortunately, they didn't become permanent. But especially now, like when I get anxiety and with all the stress with the getting canker sores in my mouth and on my gums and, even brushing my teeth is painful because it flares up and then it goes down and then it flares up and then it goes down. So it's very hard for me now. At the beginning, yes, I joined right after the investigation into me closed. So that was stressful. And I persevered. I used my essential oils. I worked from home. I took on expenses that the company should have paid for. And I just feel that it's time for a change. So even when I go onto the websites, I check for jobs that are more suitable for me, that are more aligned to what I'm looking for. And also with my music, if I get something in churches, sometimes there's fundraising events or people need somebody to play. That's why I'm doing my music and I'm putting it out there because maybe I could earn a living that way. So I'm just trying to be open to see where I can use my skills and talents and where I can, help others. But I think for me, my health is the most important thing. And I'm good at making my own decisions. Today I got a call from Bell and they were offering me a special for my IT, for my internet. But the overall cost would have meant my overall bill going up, so it didn't make sense to me. So I said to them, no, I'm not taking it. And they said, oh, but you know, it's a good deal and we'll never increase the price even if the prices go up. I said, yeah, that's fine, but I don't have the money to do it right now. So we have to be conscious of those things and we have to be aware of them. We don't always get the exact job that we want, but I've taken anything and everything that I could take. Cleaning, taking out garbage, you know, whatever I could do, I did. And now I want something that's a better fit for me and that's going to pay me well. I'm over 50 now as well. So I've got a lot of experience working in Canada and overseas. And that's what I'm looking for. I don't want to be under continuous pressure all the time. No support for my education, no support for my HRPA dues, no support when I need time off for family. You know, I want those things to fall into place now. And that's what I'm looking for and that's what I'm praying about. And also trying to build the partnerships with, you know, through the government of Canada. There are various programs that they have and they're investing in Africa. So I'm hoping that through these programs that are being set up, I'll get the opportunity to train, to use my John Maxwell, and to make an income that way, because today everybody is doing multiple income streams. People have 2 or 3 jobs. They don't just do one thing. So that's why I'm doing these 2 or 3 things so that hopefully I get something. And I'm quite capable of holding a job, of being productive, of using my education, of applying my analytical skills. I'm good with Word, Excel, PowerPoint. I've used all of them. Taking down action items, setting up meetings. I've used Zoom, I've used Team, I've used Microsoft Word. So I know how to do all these things, organizing events. Even at Teleperformance, I organized employee events online. We would arrange a day where we'd all watch a movie at home. And then after that, we would discuss it. So we'd say, okay, we're going to start watching the movie now. And then once it's over, we would all get like on a Zoom call and discuss it. So I have a lot of skills. I have a lot of things that I can do. I'm looking at church positions as well. But I don't want to be in a position where I'm going to be alone, because I'm alone the whole day. Even here, I'm at home over a year now. The whole day I'm alone. And then before COVID as well, working at home, I was alone. We had our team meetings and all that, and I was dealing with people, so that helped. But nobody wants to be completely alone and completely isolated. That's why I go out for my walks every day. So if you hear of opportunities, please do keep me in mind. I know that everybody knows somebody. And you can tell them that I'm looking and I'm looking for an administrative role or something in project coordination, HR, executive assistant work. There's so many different areas that I could work in. And I'd appreciate that. And of course, I'm continuing to pray and to keep my faith strong. That's the most important thing. And I just wanted to pitch it and, you know, put a video out there. I'm going to download this and I'm going to put it on YouTube, because they are deleting our videos after 30 days. You don't have a choice anymore. And then I'll post it on LinkedIn as well. But I'm hoping that something comes up for me. And I'm hoping it's going to be sooner rather than later. Thank you.